We have Tethys with random reforms. Everything you vote for loses. Vote for the game you want to lose then. And watch it win by one vote. Does that sound right? Double Bomb, Daedalus, Scourge, Fell, Sap, Seraph. Crypt Builder with Urchin Spines is pretty cool. That kills almost anything. Dripfall's nice. Hammered chest plates for Tethys. Thank you. I mean, the votes have been fairly close. We take our chill win now. We'll get our spell weakness later, maybe. So we're going to have to deal with backline, especially against Sap Seraph because of Shade Wings. Enemy Spikes seems not good here. Unless we think we're going to mold Tethys. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of not having money for the first store, but being alive is probably better. Alien Nation is a good game. You've seen every person that dogplat. That's where some of the matchups are kind of strange, hey? Because we look at them and be like, people want to see the good game, but a lot of people have seen the good game so many times. So pick other good game. How goes the dogs with the play, though? Are they any good at it? That's got a huge delay on it. I gotta fix that. Alright. I want the money. I don't think I can get it. Better than most humans? Yeah, probably. We can get the money. Do we put this steward up top? I think we put this steward up top to stall. Just in case Tethys doesn't quite get there. This guy here is the worst. It's not bad. Oh, I should have done that there. Pretty sure we win this straight up. Not even close, never didn't have it. What the crystals? Silence Tome's good too. I think if it was Seraph Impatient, you just snap that Crystallis. Hey Kizron, how you doing, man? Oh, actually, I'm in the wrong spot too. You guys didn't tell me. Let's go find us something and get modifiers for it. Endless Shark. Plus health, plus attack. Endless Shark it is. Right, that takes care of backline. So the question is, do we give... We need to give one of them health? Well, we can give them both health. And prefer... Let's have a... I'm going to pull the fight up. I would prefer... So the first wave is 40 odd, and then that's got one, that's fine. And then after that... He's looking at so much after that. Yeah, we can give it health. We definitely need to get a dupe on it though. We'll have Tethys sit behind one on the second floor. Dude, really? Why you gotta be like this? Like, Tethys is going to die anyway to the first 6 damage the boss does. However, this guy being alive means I can't reform Tethys there with Shark. That's okay. Just don't put that anywhere. Take it off range token. Don't need. We do need. Don't need. Don't need. 10 gold is good gold. Don't have need for unit upgrades. Do some spell stuff. Take 10 gold for a unit even. Or do we take money bags? The problem with money bags is if we draw him first and don't draw shark. How much of a problem is it? We have to set up on second floor. Do we set up on second floor anyway, just so money bags can get in on the action? It's double bomb Daedalus, so we can't set up on second floor. Haste units. So you, yeah. I definitely want a -1 on the Helical Crystallis, I think, first. And then it comes down to if we want to add 50 damage to a Crypt Builder, which we probably don't need yet. Well, that makes you hit Daedalus for 330, potentially. Or we can put it on the Crystallis to put them to 35s, but I don't think we have a need for that either yet. Let's do that one. And I could reroll for 2 basic spells, which I think is reasonable. Okay, so that can go there. And 0 cost Crystallis? 0 cost Dripfall? Or 2 cost Crypt Builder in case we don't. I often wondered this, if you go all in on the Crypt Builders at +10s to make them 160, or make them playable from hand at 2 cost. We're going to be taking energy, so... Or do I make that 35-35? Could potentially be a reason not to have rerolled. I think a 0 cost Drip Ball. That could work. Umbra Awoken or Hellhorn rare. I was thinking Trample and wondering if there's any need for it. There almost isn't. You can't use Spike or Wretch. Is it just 10 gold? Would I have taken someone else? Hellhorn rare. Maybe the Hellhorn one would have been better for some armor option. Okay, I'll stew it in there in case Shark goes down. You don't want Tethys getting one shot. We have to watch how we do this, because we do want Shark to die and come back. So the next wave is 16 damage. Yeah. And then 3. We're happy for this one. So I want to get a little bit of extra frost down. The other option is kill off that one. One more attack. It's a shame Daedalus isn't here for that. I'm going to have a very healthy. It's fine. Don't play Stuarts. Shark for this fight. Pretty sure it's over on this floor. Not even close. So it's tried hard. Hey, Demon Thorn. Thanks, man. It was good, hey. Stupid caps, that's alright. Do you see we got the kill after that as well? I got a one-shot. That was an awesome fight. But one of the reasons why I usually don't pick up ranged is they can sometimes feel very overpowered. And you just saw like the bow just started, you know, I did a lot of the fight after that melee, and it was fairly evenly matched, but I think Defil had me. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's just bust out some range. And the air dash. You get air dash from the lightning boss. And there was one time I got 3 air dashes off because it must have a cooldown. And it doesn't matter if you haven't hit the ground or not, you just use it again. But that's iframes. And it's like, wow. Like, so, you know, you just jump and then you can just dash through the bosses and stuff. I've already turned you down once, Legion. I'll turn you into 10 gold, though. I'm going to take energy for Scourgefell. But story's shaping up well. I want to get this dupe in straight away. That is a shark. We can get rid of Stuarts. It doesn't matter because we'll probably end up putting Endless on Tethys. So we'll just play the Stuarts. We won't need the primitive molds. So let's get rid of primitive molds because they do nothing. Yeah, it is. I think it also, I don't know. There were some boss fights where they're doing stuff and they're sort of hitting in the air and you're jumping to dodge. One of them we're about to fight again. The one that I'm thinking of that was the most problem with our air dash, except now we have it. The scholar dude. Oh, do we take handheld here? And he's got the skeletons you've got to sort of jump over, or the skulls. And the problem is when you jump over them, you can't dodge. So the air dash is now you can jump and then dodge if he's coming in with a hit. So it'll make that fight a bit easier. But we've already done it, so we know we can do it again. Handheld deals with the double heavies a little bit better. that's about it really, just a handheld deals with stuff a little bit better. Probably should take it then. We have reasonable spell support. You could probably take Frost 2 there. It definitely would make a lot of the leveling like really simple in the zone. It'll also mean like, because I'll have a save file, hopefully I'll have different save files before each boss is coming up now because we're getting close to the end. I just don't think I need to take that. Although it's not really that much damage. Yeah. So like there'll be, you know, whatever the last save file I have is before the final boss, you know, that'll make, and I have to go around and do any achievements afterwards, you know, that air dash will definitely make that a lot easier. Okay, so I can kill these ones. Can't kill any of those because otherwise we take damage. These will be on 4 damage each, so we can kill one of these. No, they'll be on 6 damage each. So I can't even put Stuart there. We have emergency Stuart though. I can put Shark on top floor. If I don't want to take damage, we can just do this. That seems better. Feels good. I'm pumped though, like I'm having heaps of fun with it. Just gotta find the next one. The next big game. You're dead, you're dead. You're like way more than dead. I meant I can't put Tethys there. A reason to remove the Stuarts, I guess. If I can't get them killed off. What I should probably be using, I don't think we need. Hard to say. Like in this situation, maybe Stuart could have been out the front, or we could party floor Stuart. You know. The problem with this is you get all these Scourge cards. This guy's a jerk. And you get these Scourge cards. No. Yeah, floor de-jerked. Yeah, like this is a pretty cruisy one. It's a nice way to kick off the night. Sure, Shark can come back with a little bit of health, a little bit of attack. Let's go ahead and get on the Shark. Run a Skyman, that's it, man. More sharks. Like, why would you do it any different? It's a trick question. You wouldn't. Hey Arrow, how you doing? You know it. Looks like the collector's gonna get away from us. I mean, the collector doesn't have to get away from us. Well, but it means I don't play a shark. Shark kills collector? Not if I use the crypt builder, he doesn't. Stuart, you're definitely a problem. That makes for not good turn. Sweeper, no sweeping. Oh man, we're never going to get any Tethys shots on him. Rude. Hey, Panz. Yeah, he likes sharks. He loves the shark. I shouldn't have put that one. I could put that one. Could do it a little bit extra. I mean, I'm not upset, Stuart. I'm just disappointed. From boss, not too bad. No protection on Tethys though, and that unfortunate thing happened with Shark where he just didn't want to die earlier. Siren Song works well here. Siren Song works really well here. Not too worried about that. Siren Song and Sharks is unfair. I don't know, your hero having single digit hit points is unfair. We just restore balance. Restore balance. Restore balance. I have to think about whether I want Icicle Fracture or not. There's so many cards to remove. Because I just don't want the Stuarts on a floor, right? Because you run the risk of them not being dead when you want to bring Sharks up. But they're just as bad as primitive molds. There's got to be a time where I can play them though, and I think that's where there's like a Lightwing on the top floor, and I can't kill it off, and we just let it go. Ka-chaw. And in the meantime, I either have a primitive mold as a deadweight or a Stuart as a deadweight, and there is situations where I could play the Stuart. And do I want the frozen card? I could freeze the Stuart. But then what? Could also freeze the the crypt builders and stuff. That's a good trinket store. Start. Yeah, something like Freeze Siren Song is also very good. Having backup Shark is amazing type of situation. That's a nice combo. You know, 330 damage spell. It does okay. We'll party floor the Stuarts, I think. Oh no, I can't party floor the Stuart yet. Otherwise I can't replace Shark if he dies. That's where Stuart need to be up front, because Shark doesn't need to be doing any extra damage here. Because they're both dying. Yeah, I could have killed Stuart off here. Although it does put extra frost on Fell. It's a nice hit on this Shark, it's well timed. I did that well. Very well calculated. How many are we drawing? Drawing 5, so we can freeze that. No, if I drop the Stuart for a party floor, I can't play Shark on the front again. And I've got no way of moving my units from the back to the front. I kind of almost want to take capacity. Having the 2 Shark bottom floor prevents leaks so much more than one Shark and Tethys, and it's you know, well, because you can have Tethys sweep in from the first floor. We definitely don't need energy. I would like draw. This is where a 1-cost unit is pretty good. A 1 capacity unit's pretty good because it something that you can you just put some health on to be a buffer between Shark and Tethys. That way, if Shark dies, any extra hits go into that. Whereas for this fight, like, the Sharks die. So we need to rotate them. Yeah, we've got the Frozen Relic, which means that one, we can freeze good cards so we don't need to draw into them again, but we can also freeze bad cards so they're not taking up spots in what we need to draw through. And the problem happens late when you're drawing, especially if you're drawing 7, it's really tough, but we'd only be drawing 6. It limits how many cards you can have frozen before you start sort of going against that. We don't need health. We don't really need the modifications. Money's good. We can't buy a trinket. Removal is still very good. I think that's more important. And we have caverns, of course. See what we're missing out on? Hellbong would have been really nice, but we don't have the money. Yeah, Purge feels really good. Same situation too. We can get rid of the primitive molds because they are an actual dead weight. Very similar to Stuarts, but Stuarts can get played. So this is where it's interesting. We can play a Stuart. We can also hold on to Stuarts. Is a Frozen Lance doing anything for us more than a Stuart is? Like I said, we can also, in the Seraph fight, we can play Stuarts top floor if one's going to get killed off. Ideally, having two Stuarts on the top floor is great, right? Because one gets killed, and then the second one kills a Lightwing. The problem is, we've got no way of killing off our own Stuart, and we don't want it there for that last phase of Seraph. Or in saying that, though, like, if we get that far, Seraph's going to be dead by that stage. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just good just to leave it there to kill off the Lightwings. Yeah, that's the issue. Stuart could ruin the strat on the top floor. So we don't ever want to play Stuart unless we know it's in a safe spot. We can also play Stuart mid if we know we've got a Dripfall coming up in the turn before thing. But Frozen Lance... let's go to the caverns first and we'll think about it. Frozen Lance is... you are going to draw that every time. Whereas if you do play a Stuart, you're not drawing it every time. This is really good. Both of them are really good. Because there's a good chance we leak. I wonder if the 10 health throws them over. 10 health puts them at 73. And 73 is a really awkward number. The sharks I'm talking about. Just because of the damage lines in the Seraphite are 70. Which means you're leaving a shark potentially on 3 health. That's going to happen at any stage anyway. Keeping Tethys on an extra 10 doesn't really matter either. I think we have much more chance of leaking, but we're leaking guys with Frost, and we have a Siren Song as well, so that can prevent us from taking damage but get a bit of a heal out of it. So I think this works really well. It also means we don't care about putting 2 Stuarts on the top floor if a Lightwing is going to only deal 10 damage to the pyre. Hey Bonfire, how you doing? So I'm happy to remove a Frozen Lance because of that, I think. Take Frost 2 here. Another argument could be remove the Stuarts and then the Frozen Lancers just straight up kill a Lightwing. Your eyes on fire? What happened, dude? I mean, I've got no complaints, so I hate eye issues. We don't need this. We could ignore it though, because then these guys are only doing 5 damage. Instead of doing 10, they're doing 5. And we can kill a couple of them. I guess so, why not? We don't really need it, but it's not going to... I can't see it hurting us. Like, we're still setting up on bottom. And we're going to let the invasion units do whatever they do. And we could just kill them because we've got Titan Sentry. You have a thing called recurrent corneal erosion that won't stop. Dude, that sounds awful. So does that mean it's like just constantly deteriorating? Ah, okay, yep. Is there anything you can do, like when you wake up? Like, can you have a wake up process that with drops or anything else that can ease it? I mean, obviously, if you have a wake up in a fright, that probably throws that out of whack. But the whole situation sounds pretty awful. We want to knock that guy back so we can hit into that guy. We could just... If I do that, we don't get... Okay, hang on, let's do this. Wow. When did that... Is that something you've had, like, since a child, or is it something that developed? And 31. Oh, 32 and 32 is because it doesn't go down to 64. So you're dead. Oh, dude. This year. That sucks, man. Yeah, the not knowing has to be awful. Is there, like, and this, hopefully not, is there any chance that something to do with, like, anything in your life at that stage that could have caused it that could still be happening and making it worse? Now, this is where we could play Stuart to try and save a Pyre song, but I don't think we need to. This is good because he'll kill the Stuart for us. Huh. Yeah, no, I was just thinking, like, if it was something, you know, hopefully not something as terrible as, like, in your water or something, you know, and you're still, you know, using it. I should just. I want to hold on to this. I don't need to. I'm sort of working out the way I can max play this. I think it's bad. I think the max players just do this, right? And then we just use the big crypt builder next turn. And because of the spell power, she'll just melt. She's going to melt anyway because of the frost, right? Cool. I hope something works out with that, and soon. I think more removals over spell stuff. We've skipped the spell stuff all fight. And I don't think I need a dupe. Like, one of the things that could be cool would be late game just dropping the Stuarts in front of Shark down the bottom. But I think by that stage we've probably already won. I still think the Frozen Lances are bad. Kind of. Not really. Alright. No, I think I should have removed the Stuarts. We might be able to kill them off, but I don't think it matters. Oh, that's just ridiculous then. So that kills the Lightwings now. And Frozen cards cost 0. Sure, why not? Let's actually just remove these Stuarts. We have 0 need for them now. And we also don't need the Frozen Lances, since the Lightwings will come on the train with 4 Frost. The Stuarts felt more like a dead weight than the Frozen Lances. Sometimes you can play a Frozen Lance for 6 damage and you're like, yay, I played it for 6 damage. If you're paying attention, then you won't accidentally play a Frozen Lance on a unit that has spell weakness. But you guys have watched me play enough Monster Train to know that that could always happen. Yep, so that just dies. Cool. So this is interesting. We can put the extra damage into him, or we can keep this healthier. And I just don't think it matters, since we're going to rotate the Sharks. And I don't care if it causes everything to slow down. It just doesn't matter, right? We just... One health. I'm gonna freeze the crypt builder. Zero cost crypt builder seems pretty good. Tethys, come down. Seraph, come downstairs. Come downstairs. Everybody's waiting for you. And having more health on the sharks for Relentless doesn't matter too much, because Tethys is sweeping into Seraph right now, and look at this, it's ridiculous. So I'd rather, like, and because of Revenge, killing off, like maybe killing off something with a Crypt Builder so it's not attacking, that just means like less frost that's going on Seraph now. Just doesn't feel like too much of a worry. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're not quite dead. I probably should have put that one there, because that would have died with the Frozen Lance anyway. It's not very much. I don't think it matters, right? So we're saying? We're saying it doesn't matter. Good fight. Yeah. Sharks are strong. I mean, it does feel a little bit cheaty. And then I remember that Seraph the Impatient exists. So I don't care. It's alright, yeah. It's alright.